sorry, I didn't really try to do the little guitar thing in the outro, in the trumpet part, but live she doesn't play that. So we're gonna not consider it an official part of the song. Okay, we're in standard tuning, we're playing all down strokes. It's gonna be great. Okay, and I'll have a full tab available at my Patreon, link in the description. Okay, so the song starts with this chord, which we're gonna play a lot. First finger, you could also do it with your second finger, on the second fret of the A, second finger, or you could use your third finger on the third fret of the low E. And basically the deal with the strumming in the whole song is you're gonna be doing all downstrokes, as I said. You're almost always gonna be on just the E and the A. Sometimes you're on the A and the D. It's a strum where you're focusing on those notes, but you're letting some of the other notes come out, some of the other strings, you're letting them happen. So in other words, it's not really tight on those two, but it's not, it's like, so I'm focusing on these bottom two, but you kind of hear a little bit of those, you know? So you kind of hear, especially the D and the G often, but way less than you hear the E and the A. Okay, see what you can do with that. Okay, so this for a measure, and it's all downstrokes, and it's all eighth notes. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Then you take this very shape, slide it up to here to 6 and 7. First finger on the 6th fret of the A, second finger on the 7th fret of the low E. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. This chord, we're gonna see it a bunch of times, and it's almost always 2 beats like that. It's like a bar of 2. It's like, if you're counting the whole song, you'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know. So this is that 2, then you just take this very same shape, move it up to 7 and 8. 1. This is gonna be for 2 bars, except you kind of have to stop a beat early so that you can be ready for this, because this happens on the upbeat before the next measure. I'll show you what I mean by that. It's like 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and, right? So I sort of ended this on the and of 3, 2, and 3, and so that I could jump up to here. And now we have this little run, right, which is all upbeats. You know, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, you know. Starts with this. First finger on the 10th, third finger on the 12th of the low E. Moves down to this, first finger on the 9th of the A, second finger on the 10th of the low E. Take that same shape down to 7th on the A and 8th on the E. Then down to this shape, first finger on the 5th on the A and third finger on the 7th of the E. Take that same shape down another 2, so your first finger on the 3rd of the A, third finger's on the 5th of the E. Back to this shape, which you've seen before. It's what we started the song with, and then you jump all the way back up to here and play this for another 2 bars. So 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then when she stops on it in the intro, she kind of gives a little shake, and then she breathes. Okay, so that's the intro. I don't know how to talk about the form of the song, because then you go into the singing part. It does the intro again, or it does that thing we just did again. Never comes back again, that part. But she sings over it once. So now you do this same thing. But now this time, instead of stopping on it, you go to here. So you're in this shape with the first finger on the 9th of the A and your second finger on the 10th of the E, and then just replace the first on the replace the second on the 10th with the third on the 11th. And that's sort of 2 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then just move the shape up here for a bar, and then this for 2 beats. Same thing. Remember this 6th fret on the A and 7th fret on the E is always 2 beats. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now you just move that shape up here, and this is for 2 beats. 3, 4, 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this this is where live she keeps the same shapes going, but on the record I hear it now go to like a regular A minor for 2 beats, and then a regular G for 2 beats, and then D like this. This is a D shape. It's like this C shape, but up here. So we're gonna play this C shape later, which is like, it's like a C chord, but with the addition of the 3rd fret of the low E. And it's this shape moved up to using this as a D. So we got A minor for 2 beats, G for 2 beats, and then go to this, 1 for 6 beats. 3, 4, 1, 2, and then you slide all the way up to do this again. Now again, live, she plays it here. So it's the difference between going and going. It doesn't really matter. I played it like the record. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then this is a big slide. 2, 3, 4. And you hear the slide. Like, and it goes up to this chord, which we did before, which was the 1st finger on the 9th fret of the A and the 3rd finger on the 11th fret of the E. Back to this. 2, 3, 4. This is the 10th and 12th one. 2. Another 2 on this. Then 2 on the, you know, this is 6th and 7th one. Then 1 bar on this. 3, 4. Back to A minor to G to D. Now this G, now we're gonna hold it for 10 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Again, slide up to here to 9 on the A and 11 on the E, and then another bar on this. 3, 4, another 2 on this, 2, and then 2 bars on this. 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. That's where, okay. As I said, there's a tab. Hopefully with stopping and starting, I'm trying to not make this video too long. Hopefully with stopping and starting, you could follow all that or write it down or whatever. You know, it's one of these songs. Julian writes a lot of songs that kind of have this characteristic. Like, it's pretty simple. It's the same things happening over and over again, but it's always, each time is a little different, right? So it's a little tricky. Should I go over it very slowly now? No. You can stop and start it, or you can get the tab. I apologize if you're mad that I answered no, not yes. Okay, so now it goes to A minor chord for 2 bars. 1, 2, 3. This is where the other vocals come in. How it is, I have never to the D for 2 bars. Stop on C, and then it's like stop and then C minor. So you're in this C, replace the 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the D with the 1st finger on the 1st fret of the D. And then to a G. 1, 2, and 2 bars on the G. Okay, that's that little transitional part. So now we have this next part. I don't know what to call any of these parts. This next part is D for a bar, A minor for a bar, C for a bar, G for a bar, E minor for a bar, F power chord, right? So 1st finger on the 1st fret of the low E, 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the A, pinky on the 3rd fret of the D, and then C for 2 bars. And then you repeat that. So D, checked in about the strumming in a while, but you're really always staying with these bottom strings. The A minor is the one where you might want to move to the A and the D, and you don't want to play the E and the D on the A minor, unless you're doing that A minor. But if you're playing this one, you want to be on the A string. Okay, and that takes us into like the last main part. Should we call this the chorus? I don't know. It's the part that repeats a bunch of times and where they're all singing. And it's C, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, A minor, 2, 3, C, G, D, A minor. does that, it loops that 6 times, and when you're done doing that 6 times, you go to the C and you play it for 2 more bars and you slowly slow down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and I think it ends up 4. And then it does that little trumpet outro, which again, like, there's this guitar in there, but I couldn't really, it's like, I don't think that's right. Those were some of the notes I thought I heard. That's the first chord I think I hear. It's like 3rd fret on the low E, 2nd fret on the D, and 4th fret on the G, and then like, that's what it sounds like to me. 7th fret on the low E, 5th fret on the D, 7th fret on the G, and then it's like maybe open D, 2nd fret on the D, 4th fret on the G, and then like 3rd fret on the A, 5th fret on the D, 7th fret on the G. It sounds something like that. Again, live she didn't play it, so I couldn't cheat by looking at her hand or anything like that. Okay. Apologize, I tried to go fast because I don't like having these videos that go on forever. But hopefully that gets you where you need to go. And let me know how it went for you, please. And thank you so much for watching.